June 17, 1775, the Battle of Bunker Hill. The Battle of Bunker Hill unfolded on the morning of June 17, 1775, during the early stages of the American Revolution, as colonial forces fortified the heights overlooking Boston, primarily Breed's Hill, though the battle took its name from nearby Bunker Hill. Overnight on June 16th, colonial troops under Colonel William Prescott rapidly constructed fortifications on the ground such as dirt walls, mounds, and shallow trenches, alarming British command. At dawn, British forces under General William Howe prepared a frontal assault across the Charleston Peninsula, supported by naval bombardment. The Americans, low on ammunition, were ordered to conserve fire. Tradition credits the command, "Don't fire until you see the whites of their eyes," though its exact origins remain debated. When the British advanced, they were met with devastating volleys that repelled 2 assaults before the position was finally overrun on the 3rd. In this timeline exploration segment, I am honored to mention my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, Moses Porter. He was among the defenders in the Battle of Bunker Hill and was the rank of captain during the battle, later a brigadier general, who served with the colonial artillery under Colonel Richard Gridley, helping deliver disciplined fire from the redoubt during the engagement. Though the British held the field, their heavy losses proved the colonial forces could stand against the most powerful army in the world. The engagement at Bunker Hill would become an early measure of a long and uncertain war. June 17, 1885. The Statue of Liberty arrives in New York Harbor. The ship was the French Navy transport Isère, carrying more than 200 wooden crates. Inside those crates lay the carefully packed copper skin and iron framework of the statue, designed by sculptor Frederick Auguste Bartholdi and engineered with assistance from Gustave Eiffel. The gift from France had been years in the making, conceived as a celebration of liberty and the enduring alliance between France and the United States. As the Isère entered the harbor, she was met with the sounds of whistles, horns, and salutes from the vessels gathered nearby. Harbor traffic slowed as word spread that the long-awaited monument had finally arrived. On shore, crowds began to gather along the waterfront, watching as the ship made its way toward Bedloe's Island, today known as Liberty Island. At the island, the scene was one of anticipation and unfinished promise. The statue had arrived, but its home was not yet complete. The granite pedestal, designed by American architect Richard Morris Hunt, was still under construction and would not be finished for several months. Workers and engineers prepared to receive the crates, knowing that the assembly of the monument would take nearly a year. Though unassembled and silent in its wooden containers, the statue already carried immense meaning. It represented liberty, democracy, and hope. Ideals shared across the Atlantic and now physically present in American waters for the first time. That day in June marked not the unveiling of the Statue of Liberty, but its arrival into history. June 17, 1994, the ojsimpson low-speed chase. On the evening of June 17, 1994, Los Angeles law enforcement broadcast an unprecedented slow-speed pursuit across Southern California freeways. O.J. Simpson, wanted in connection with the June 12th murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman, was inside a white Ford Bronco driven by his friend Al Collins. Instead of stopping, the vehicle moved at low speeds along the 405 freeway, trailed by a convoy of police cars and news helicopters. For nearly 2 hours, millions watched live television coverage as the pursuit passed through Los Angeles before returning towards Simpson's Brentwood home, ending at Rockingham Avenue where he surrendered to authorities. On this June 17, 2026 timeline exploration, I would like to take this opportunity to wish my wonderful wife Stephanie a very happy birthday. Love you, my darling.